I enjoyed this so much, I made a worksheet. Hello friends, today we're going to talk about SMART goals and what makes a SMART goal achievable. In case you are new to my channel, my name is Stephanie and I'm a band teacher. What is a SMART goal? A SMART goal is a goal with an embedded action plan. It is specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. In this video, we're going to focus on the achievable aspect of it. The reason I chose to talk about this was because I left a lot of questions unanswered in my previous video about how do you figure out what is achievable for you. And I was talking to my friend Michelle from Blur to Bites, and she was like, yeah, I just don't know how to start because I don't know what is going to be achievable for me. So I had to think about that for a while. And this is what I came up with. When you construct a SMART goal, what you're actually doing is setting a bunch of tiny goals within a really big goal. Everything is pretty much a goal in my mind. The first step is you need to know how this goal is going to fit into the big picture of your life. Why is this an important goal for you? I'm going to use a non-musical example for this exercise. I really wanted to make running a big part of my life and my exercise routine, and I just really wanted to be a good runner. In order to make running a part of my life, I decided I'm going to try a half marathon. And that's an experience that I had no idea if I could do it. I had no idea what was achievable for me, but I've seen other people do it, so I kind of figured it was possible. So my big picture goal was just, I'm going to make running part of my life. And the means to it was to run a half marathon. In constructing how this SMART goal fits into your own big picture of your life, you just need to have an ideal version of yourself in your mind. This is something that can change over time. You don't have to be married to this idea. You don't have to think, I'm going to make running part of my life for the rest of my life forever. It's something that can change over time as your experience changes or as things in your life change. So keep that in mind. The next step is to assess your current abilities. Think about what you can do. When I started trying to make running a part of my life, I could not run very far at all. I could run about a mile and it sucked. I made the half marathon goal after I'd already been running smaller distances for a while. I knew at the time I made that goal that I could run a mile at about 10 minutes 30, maybe 10 minutes 45, feeling pretty good at that. And I could do that for maybe 2 or 3 miles. I had an idea of what speed I can run and how far I could run at the time. After you assess your current abilities, you have to assess an outcome that attracts you. For me, that was running a half marathon. That really attracted me for some reason. Not a whole marathon. I don't know, that didn't seem like something I wanted. A half marathon, I thought, okay, that's a pretty long distance. I can do that. I think that's going to be really fun. I couldn't run 13.1 miles. I never had before. But what needed to be done was to train for it. I made a worksheet. In the worksheet, I said that after you assess this outcome that attracts you, this is the space to research what has been done before. Because chances are, if you have a goal, you're probably not the first person that ever had that goal. There's probably been other people who have run half marathons before, or who have done the thing that you want to do. Look into ways that other people have done it, and even if it doesn't totally match exactly what you've done before or what you want to do, that's a good place to start. Ideally, when you are thinking about this outcome that attracts you, you're going to focus on just 1 or 2 skills. So the first time I did a half marathon, my focus was just, I need to be able to do 13.1 miles. Then after I did my very first race, I knew that I could run 13.1 miles, and my next focus became the speed. How fast do I want to run 13.1 miles now? From there, you can assess what needs to be done to get this goal and to construct this goal that's going to work for you and be achievable. Step number 4 is to make a SMART goal. So make it specific, measurable, relevant, and timely. Put the deadline of this little goal very close to the beginning of your long-term goal, just so you can have a realistic measurement of what you can do in this period of time. This isn't always going to be the most accurate way to measure your progress and how you can do it. As I changed my techniques in running, I got faster in spurts and plateaued, and then faster in spurts. It just depends on how you change your technique over time. Be sure to track your progress, especially in the area that you are trying to measure. For example, how fast is your mile time, or how far did you go? When I was doing my double tonguing video, what was the tempo marking that I reached at that point, so I know what my starting point is the next time I make a small goal for myself. After you've collected this data from point A to point B, assess it. What progress has been made? Was your technique effective, or did you need to change something? After you've assessed what you can do in that small amount of time, you can start thinking about longer term goals and how to reach them and what will be achievable for you in the next month or the next year or the next 3 years. You can start to make your next goal. Just to summarize, to know what's achievable, you need to first have an idea of what your big picture goal is and how is this goal going to fit into your life. After that, you need to assess your current abilities. You need to assess what you can do. And then you need to do some research into what you can't do yet and assess an outcome that attracts you. Find out where the missing steps are. After that, make a very small SMART goal for yourself where the A is questionable, you're not sure if it's achievable. Make a very small goal so that you have a measurement of data from one point in time to another point in time, so you know how fast something can improve or how quickly progress can be made. After you have that sample measure of data, assess it so that you can make your next goal. I know this video material can seem very dry, but this is how I understand it, and this is how I've been able to work through these challenges in creating goals for myself. If you're a person like me who needs to see words on the paper to really understand and digest them, then you can click the link in the description. There I have made a worksheet where you can work through this stuff yourself, and you can write on this, or you can write like different notes. You can use it as a template for creating your own SMART goals and knowing what's achievable for you. I really hope that this helps you to understand what steps can be taken to know what's achievable for you. If you enjoyed this video, please let me know by liking it. If you want more on SMART goals or have any questions, please comment. I would love to explore this more, but I just need to know what direction to go in. And until next time, stay mindful, stay musical, stay out of trouble.